Okay, I'm going to talk about knives today, and I've been a chef and a restaurant owner most of my life. I went to culinary school, and these are the tools of my trade. And I've had a lot of these knives since about culinary school, and they are very high quality, high carbon steel. I have Henkel here and some other brands, but my chef's knife is a Henkel. There's a lot of good knives out there, but having the right tools for the job is important, and having them sharp. And in another video, I'm going to show you how to sharpen these, how I sharpen them. If you want to try that, you can have them taken to be sharpened. Also, care of them. I never put them in the dishwasher. I always wash them by hand. I don't throw them in the drain board. And I store them in their rack. I have a drawer rack that's made out of wood. I don't just throw them in there with a bunch of other knives loosely, because that's going to affect them. It's definitely going to affect the edge. And I've had them for many of these for 40 years. This was the original steel from my culinary set that I got when I attended the Academy of Culinary Arts, and I've had this one since I was probably 19 years old, this Henkel. And Dexter Russell. I have a lot of good knives, and it's important to do the job. So start with the smallest first. I have a paring knife here, and this is a good paring knife. I just got it at, I think I got it at Restaurant Depot, but it's an Eversharp, and it really does stay sharp. And small jobs, peeling apples and peeling potatoes and making decorative garnishes, you absolutely need a good sharp paring knife. Next is my 6-inch utility knife. This is for the next stuff up. You're cutting fruit, you're cutting small pieces of meat, anything where you don't need a chef's knife. It's got a little bit of flexibility to it. That's what a 6-inch utility knife is for. I do a lot of vegetable cutting with this. Okay. Another thing that I think is important in knives is for the tang to go all the way through. That's usually a better quality knife. It's going to hold up a long time. Again, don't put them in the dishwasher. That'll definitely affect the steel and whatever the handle material is made out of. And I have them both. I have them in wood and this composite material, and it's fine. This is a very comfortable chef's knife. It's a 12-inch chef's knife. Next, I have a stiff boning knife. So I'll buy larger cuts of meat, boning short ribs, lamb chops, things like that. You really want a good stiff boning knife for that. And that's what this does for me. I really don't use it for anything else. I don't use it as a utility knife. I use my utility knife for that. It's cutting vegetables and things. This is strictly a meat knife for me. Next is my chef's knife. I have a 12-inch Henkel chef's knife. Henkel has a couple lines. The one's made in Germany, which this is, and then they have ones that are not made in Germany, and they're far cheaper, and the quality of the steel is reflective of that. I've had this knife for, like I said, 40 some years, and it's always done a great job for me. It's easy to sharpen. It keeps an edge really well, and I've used it a ton. Great knife. Next is a good stiff bread knife, right? So you've seen my bread making videos. This is an absolute must. It's heavy. It's got a full tang, a wooden handle, and it stays good and sharp. I never have, and again, I don't use it for anything else. I only use it for bread, for what it's made for. I have my steel here. Now, steels, they sharpen it, but they don't remove metal. This steel is meant to align the molecules in the steel of the edge of the knife, right? You come in and just make sure that is lined up correctly with your hand. And that's enough. You don't have to stand there for 2 minutes sharpening your knife. Its job's going to be done after 6 swipes on each side, 8 swipes on each side. That's fine. A couple other knives I have that I've used. Again, this one is from my culinary school. This is a slicer. So if I'm ever carving large pieces of meat, I'm doing a large roast, I'm doing a standing roast, prime rib. This is what I'm going to use right here because it's got a nice long blade and you can really get a good amount of travel. And lastly, this is a butcher's scimitar. This is really big. I don't use this too often. Maybe if I get a really large cut of meat or I'm doing a catering job and I've got a use for it. I primarily bought this for when I was tuna fishing, catching 80 to 100 pound yellowfin tuna. This is the proper knife for cutting those perfect tuna loins off of the fish, and it would do a great job. Never use a fillet knife when you're cutting a fish that big. Not that too many people are going to be doing that, but that's why I bought this. But again, it's great for large cuts of meat too. Again, I take care of my knives. I wash them properly, I store them properly, and they do a great job for me. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Okay? Have a good one.